Yeah, we are now coming to the last part of this descent into the inconscient world. But it is such a beautiful passage, the last passage, last few sentences, absolutely marvelous. I mean, only a master yogi can do it, and you don't have anything of that kind anywhere in any scriptural literature. What we are going to see here is absolutely marvelous, and that is the uniqueness of Savitri. Savitri, it becomes something wonderful, absolutely wonderful because of that, you see. And how systematically, from point to point, he goes and develops everything, you see, marvelous, you see. In atomic parceling to the infinite, near to the dumb beginnings of lost self, he felt the curious small futility of the creation of material things. We had done this thing last time, but we'll continue with that. Now he is coming from the beginning, how it started from below and how things have happened. See, as I said, very systematically, every point is put here, you see. Atomic parceling is a kind of a fragmentation, infinite fragmentation, infinite fragmentation. See, the whole problem, the metaphysical problem is how does the infinite become innumerable? Innumerable can be countless, many things. But infinity is something different than innumerable. Something different. The metaphysical problem is very difficult there. How the infinite becomes innumerable. How the countless comes into picture from same thing, spaceless, how it becomes spots, small location, how did it become that? Time, how did it become moments, seconds, hours? Eternity is there, continuous. How did it become? So that is the real problem from the bottom of everything. I think that is answered in this particular phrase, atomic parcelings. Atomic parceling. Now, the actual mechanism of how the infinite by itself becomes small bits, how the fragmentation occurs, that process is not described. Only a statement is made here. Here, what we have got is only a statement. But actually, how the whole thing has been worked out, that alchemy, that mechanism, that process, that is left only to the occultist, to the yogi. Yogi only knows how it happens, that you see. And unless we are in that, we can't understand that thing also. So here we have to simply take it as a kind of a metaphysical, philosophical statement, atomic parceling into the infinite. But behind that, there is the deepest yogic knowledge, deepest spiritual understanding of things, deepest occult grasp of the process or the mechanism by which all these things happen, you see, atomic. Same thing. In fact, that is always a problem for me. How does the infinite become the innumerable? You see, you are counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each is becoming a digit now. How it gets digitized, you see. Yeah, but where does it happen? That is, where does it happen? It happens to the beginnings of the lost self. Lost self. The self has taken a plunge into the void and forgotten himself. He is lost to himself. So at that process, at the process of that thing, all these things are happening, you see. And there, what does he see? He feels the curious, small futility. It looks so trivial, so small, so petty, that futility of the whole thing, you see. Actually, this is a very beautiful line also. He felt. He doesn't say he understands and all that thing. He has kind of a perception of things, a sort of an intuition of things, you see. He felt. Curious, small futility. Now here, and again the poetry and the exactness of the phrasing It is not small curious futility. It is curious small futility. It is not a transferred epithet. Small is not a transferred epithet for curiosity. It is for futility proper. You see. Curious small is not transferred from small is definitely for futility. It's after a small little matter, it's like that kind of thing. He felt the curious small futility of the creation of material things. How from the non-being the being started appearing, you see. See again here you can see atomic, parcelings, material, creation. They are connected with the material basis of things, you see. Atomic, parcelings, bits, packets of the infinite. Creation of material things. How the material things actually, in that sense, Savitri has not really described how from the lost self, matter itself has arrived. Matter itself has arrived. Yes, life has entered and things are happening. That is what we are saying. But again, how from that lost self, that being, matter itself has arrived. So that part of the process, at least I am not able to see in Savitri. Maybe it is there, I don't know. But how from the void to the non-being we can understand. Being has plunged into the non-being state. So from the void, now from that how matter has risen, that process is not present in my view, in my understanding in Savitri. Yes.
I feel that not only in
Savitri, that is more important.
Not only in Savitri, I mean, I feel that we will never understand this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Never.
That's it.
This is really here. He said the dumb beginning of lost self.
Yes.
We cannot, I think it's not a mechanism we can understand.
Yeah.
This is the divine.
Yeah.
If we understand it, it means we understood everything.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody,
you see, the only way we can explain it is, what you say is correct. It's not there anywhere at all. But perhaps there is a kind of a clue also in this sentence itself.
Clue, yes.
A clue in this sentence itself. Clue, yeah, clue. The clue is what? Lost self is the substance, the existence. Sat Chit Ananda, Sat has plunged into it, is existence, is substance. Now, that substance by the process of atomic parceling has become bit.
This is a statement.
Yeah. And that is the creation of material things. I mean, but that has not been really elaborated fully, you see, that way. That's the only clue available that way. From the metaphysical point of view. The being is there, he becomes substance. By the process of atomicity, he becomes a part of the material creation.
This is the divine.
Yeah, exactly. So, and he says that, then if it is not small futility, or else then what? Or stifled in the inconscious hollow dusk. Hollow dusk again, the void, etc. Hollow dusk. He sounded the mystery dark and bottomless. He plumbed, he gazed, he probed into the depths of matter. He sounded means plunging, gazing, we see. The mystery dark and bottomless, abysmal mystery. But of the enormous and unmeaning deep, because there is no sense there at all. You can't make any sense at all. Therefore, it's only a feeling. When struggling life in a dead universe rose. That is the next step. After material creation, struggling life rising in a dead universe. Dead universe does not mean there was life and it has become dead. Dead means absence of life here. Absence of life. Struggling life in a dead universe rose. There, in the stark identity lost by mind. See, first he describes material creation, then he describes struggling life, now he describes lost mind, lost by mind. Mind cannot understand that thing at all. There, in this stark identity, lost by mind, he felt, again he says, he felt the sealed sense of the insensible world. Sealed sense of the insensible, because there is no sense there at all, you see. It does not make any meaning, any significance. Insensible world. And a mute wisdom in the unknowing night. There is wisdom lying there in the night we do not know, unknowing night. It cannot know, it cannot by itself understand. So that wisdom may perhaps give some bit of it to this night. To this night, you see. Now here, so first he describes the atomic parceling, he describes then life in dead universe, then he describes identity lost by mind, the three things, unknowing night. Now, see again the correctness of words. Mind is the sixth sense. Our five senses, behind this mind, behind these five senses is the mind. That is the sixth sense. Therefore, sealed sense of the insensible world, mind and sealed sense. There is a connection between the two. See, we have got five organs of cognition, understanding, recognition, perception, senses. Behind this is the mind, which works through our brain then. You see. Behind mind is a higher sense, sadhyana. Sadhyana is the higher sense behind mind, you see. So, sadhyana is the comprehending knowledge. Knowledge by comprehension. That is what we are doing. By mind also we are trying to comprehend things, you see. There the stark identity lost by mind. He felt the sealed sense of the insensible world and a mute wisdom in the unknowing night. See, each sentence is as if you can write a book. It is like that, you see. And to the abysmal secrecy he came. Abysmal secrecy he came. The word abysmal is a big word which cannot be fathomed, whose depth cannot be measured. It is fathomless. Fathomless. And to the abysmal secrecy he came. And to the abysmal secrecy, there is something secret in that depth of night, in the depth of things. Who is there? After all, it is the Divine Himself who is present in that abysmal aspect of it, in the abysm of it. See,